You are now listening to the Mill Social Talks podcast, hosted by Leroy Villamil, Chicago's best and finest when it comes to real estate. Find your forever home with Mills Realty.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening to the Mills Social Talk podcast. This is Leroy Villamil at Mills Realty. Today we're talking real estate. We do a financial show, and today we have with us Mr. Aubrey Locke from Wintrust Mortgage. Aubrey has been in business for the past 18 years, and so today we'll talk about what's happening in the market today. So Aubrey, we have a half an hour show. Let's get right into it. Sure. Tell me what you're seeing today in the market. Where are rates going? What's happening? What do you see if you see a hot area to buy? Tell me a little about what you're seeing in your market.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me here. So right now we are seeing a market that we've never seen before. Real crazy.
I can attest to that.
Very crazy. And so from an operational standpoint, it's really difficult to keep up. And then of course because of COVID,
so you're busy.
Yeah. And then with COVID, there's still a lot of people working from home. So, you don't get that full accountability right now.
Okay.
You don't know in the person at home what they're really doing, right? So with the mass influx of loans coming in and a lot of the people working from home, it could get difficult to process everything. That's just more from the inside. But that's happening almost everywhere.
True.
Yeah. But apart from that, rates are still relatively low, but creeping up.
So when you say creeping up, where are we at today?
Well, in terms, it always depends on your credit and the whole.
But an average 700 credit score, 720.
You're still looking at low threes.
Still at low threes. Because we were at 2.7 some time ago.
Yeah, correct.
Can we still get twos?
Yeah, you can still get twos. Real good credit.
Real good credit. You gotta be 800.
Over 720.
Over 720, you still get twos.
875, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right, but on an average, most of the average individual is 620, 40, 680,
660 around that area. 3.25, 3.5.
Okay.
So it's still relatively low.
We talked about that on another show, and 3.5, not as opposed to, 18 years ago, that was 2003, was 6 and 7 and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I actually got a call this morning from somebody I know personally that wanted a refund. They were like at 6.875.
People still at 6.875?
Yeah, I was shocked too. So
with all this interest rate, people still
I asked her, I said, what's your present interest rate? I figured she was going to say, 4.375.
6.7?
6.87. Something like that. So we still have those people.
So you're busy.
Yeah.
You're busy, and are you finding a lot of refis coming, or
purchases? It's a lot of refis because the purchase market is more time sensitive.
True.
Though the refis are again suffering a little because those get pushed back and purchases always kind of take the forefront, So.
But do we have more for your personal? And you're with
Wintrust
Mortgage.
More
so
purchase.
Are you do more purchases?
More purchases, yeah.
You have a lot more stuff coming to the table easy.
Correct.
But with the market the way it's structured now, and of course we're short of inventory because I can attest to that we're so short.
Yeah.
Are you finding that you're getting people are the purchase contract? Are they at full value? Are they over what value?
Over value, no closing costs.
I know that.
Actually, one came across as this, but another realtor told me that's the norm. I saw one come on my desk where the buyer is paying the seller's closing costs. I had not seen it.
I haven't really been seeing that.
No, I got one where the buyer is paying the seller's closing costs, and I was like, whoa.
I haven't seen that, but one of my clients had asked me about it.
And they're paying, I forgot how much of it, something like $20,000 over
Oh my
plus
gosh.
paying the seller's closing costs.
But, and no, I haven't gotten that. My client had asked me about it just a couple days ago.
Okay.
Would they pay my closing costs?
Got you.
The buyer, on the other end, says no, they were not going to do that. But how are you seeing then? How are you seeing then the appraisal coming in?
So far, I have not had much appraisal value issues. I'm surprised myself.
Yeah,
These
that would be.
people
Yeah.
are bidding 10,000, 20,000 over, and we are getting values.
You're still getting value.
We're still getting
So-
values for the most part. I mean, if it's one or two come in low, but nothing to that's. They
So
overbid it.
that means then that we are, we had a talk about this, the quote unquote bubble.
Yeah, I had to talk about it 2 days ago with another realtor.
Yeah. So
this is-
I mean, we're getting value. No, as Chicago is still relatively affordable. I mean, as opposed to other parts of the country. But do you think we're in a bubble? Chicago in a bubble?
Listen, as long as the market,
You have to say, yeah. It's
as
like
as
side
long
of that
as the
one.
market stays the way it's going, the bubble is not here yet, right?
Right,
Because
no.
people are still paying; those values are going up, and probably will continue to go up. But this is not going to continue forever.
No, of
So-
course.
so-
I mean, the shortage
so
is not.
you can somehow surmise that the bubble is coming, just because you know this is not going to continue forever.
But it's not here yet.
It's not here yet.
So we still got some time to
We
make more
still have
money.
some time to make more money. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm gonna say that it's a
Yes,
matter
we
of
do.
just the fact that,
Yes,
but we're still short. I mean, we're busy,
yeah.
and there's a lot. We don't have the inventory, but we're
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
So what I found, what I see in my side of the business, that every time you put something in the market,
Yeah, it's
it goes.
gone.
24 to
Same
48
day.
hours is
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, same day. And this is not only just the Chicago market. I mean, I saw a news article.
Mhm.
I mean, it's everywhere.
No, some people are in the bubble.
Yeah.
We think Denver is a bubble. We think New York is a bubble. San Francisco is a bubble. But Seattle may be a bubble.
Okay.
But Chicago not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Chicago, Cleveland,
Yeah.
we're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're still affordable.
Yeah.
Florida is not so much in a bubble, but things are moving very fast in Florida as I looked at the NAR report. So we don't have that yet.
How about Texas? San Diego, Texas.
Texas is still, Texas is a cheaper town now with all that stuff coming to Texas, all that industry from Silicon Valley going to Texas. They're kind of getting to a point where, and I spoke to another realtor in Texas, like, okay, things are getting expensive. But Texas has always been not so expensive because, you can get a 4-bedroom out there, 140, 150, 160. I'm saying it's not that expensive. But we don't think it's in a bubble yet. But we don't believe, from my knowledge, I can see that Chicago is not in a bubble. From what I'm seeing. So tell me a little bit about Wintrust and what you've seen when it comes to their mortgage program.
Sure. So Wintrust, the beauty about it, we're a mortgage company and a bank,
Mm-hmm. That's
which
true.
gives me the ability to lend in all 50 states.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that is a big plus. We have, actually my manager reminded me a couple days ago that we give out more money in terms of down payment assistance than any other lender in the Chicago area.
Huh.
Yeah, Wintrust has been number one for the IDA program.
Okay. So you have anything?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
can you,
have,
I want
we
to
have other.
any other program?
Yes, we have some other programs that tie to the CRA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the CRA program.
Yeah.
And then we have some portfolio programs.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I just got there a little over a month, so I'm not familiar with all of them. But
Well, that's something we got to talk about because
Yeah.
I always, and I as I told Aubrey, I worked with Wintrust some time ago, and I really love their program.
right.
Just for some reason we got broke off, but now that you're back with Wintrust, that's something that we can dive into a bit more because I knew them personally. I knew that their program was great. So
Yeah.
just a plug for Wintrust.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been a good bank.
Yeah.
They have done well by me.
Okay, good, yeah. I mean, from what I'm seeing, and I've been doing this 18 years, so, and I have worked with various different companies, so I get a feel of the different companies. Yeah, Wintrust works.
Okay.
Yeah, the support is there, the programs are there. They have certain loans. I'm still diving into those that is really unique to just Wintrust mortgage.
I do want you to come back.
So we can
I talk about
those,
those portfolio because I
Yeah.
do have sometimes there's not a lot of banks that does portfolio and for I mean you can. Why don't you explain what portfolio is?
Sure.
Because we talk
Sure.
portfolio.
I
Me and you
will
know,
tell
but some people may not know what it is.
So a portfolio loan is a loan that only this bank does. In other words, most of the time, if you have a quote unquote $1 million, we talking little figures, right? $1 million, and you lend that out to people to buy homes. You need to recoup that money. So you have to sell that loan on the market to get the money back. Those are not portfolio loans. Those loans have to be in accordance with guidelines that the market sets, or else they're not going to bite back. A portfolio loan is a loan that we ignore the guidelines.
Right.
We create our own guidelines, but because we create those guidelines, we have to keep that loan. So if we lend that money, we have to keep the loan for 30 years.
All right. So and I love that because I have done a number of portfolio loans over the years.
Yeah.
So for those who are listening who may not fit within the Fannie Mae, Ginnie Mae guidelines,
Correct.
Give us a scenario. And I don't know what I'm saying is because a quick scenario about who would qualify for a portfolio as we move
forward. A great example would be if you have a bankruptcy, then the guideline to be able to get a loan is you have to be at least 2 years from the discharge date to get that bankruptcy. But let's say you are only out the bankruptcy 6 months, but maybe you're sitting on a couple $100,000 in cash, then that would be a situation where the bank would do a portfolio loan because of that cash you have on the bank.
Correct.
And they would not abide by the standard 2-year guideline. So they would give you a loan with being 6 months out of bankruptcy.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm aware, and like I said, I want to come back to that because I do have a couple of people who needs portfolio loan, and I must say I didn't realize that Wintrust does portfolio because I've never had a chance to do a portfolio with them.
Yeah.
I've done with other banks.
Okay.
I've never had a chance to do with them. So that's something that for my clients I would be interested in at least one client in particular as I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
He's like, okay, we need to kind of connect you guys together just so that, to see if that works. And I knew it would work because he's sitting on cash and just went back to work.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. So tell me a little bit more about Wintrust. And I mean, I know you just got there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I can tell you some stories that I've done with Wintrust, but I want you're the guest. So, you're the guest, so I want you to tell me a little bit more about what you think about them and basically what I want to ask you. What are some of the more creative programs that you think Wintrust can do? Or do you know?
I don't know of any per se yet.
Okay.
But again, with the portfolio loans, and let me put it to you like this. I've been in business 18 years.
Right.
And I was told by my manager, we have a divorce loan. And I never knew about that. So how that loan works, I believe, is when you get a mortgage or you refi, I should say, you are limited to 80% of the value of the property. But I believe in the divorce loan, say you're going through a divorce and the judge decrees one of the spouses needs to get a loan to pay off the other spouse. I believe that loan goes up to 97%. So that would be
no, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I mean, that's
like,
news.
Wait, that was news to me too. After 18 years, I'm like, wait, what? I never heard about a divorce loan. So that's something that is
to buy
definitely-
another
Right,
spouse.
Buy another spouse. So if the judge orders it, because normally they'd only give you 80%.
Right.
So that has to be a portfolio loan because I don't think you would be able to sell that loan on the open market.
You gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is news to
So
me.
these-
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. I mean, I've been in business a long time. So a divorce loan.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So there are quite a number of products that I'm still trying to learn about, but and there are certain products that was told to me that's just unique to Wintrust Mortgage. Certain loans with builders,
Mm-hmm.
certain other loans, and I wish I could expound on them more, but again, just got here. I will have much more info for you on those type of loans.
That's amazing.
Yeah, see? It was a way for me to come back.
Yeah. No, because it's a way for you to come back to tell me a little bit more about what they have. Because I mean,
Right. That's
I know you've been in business. You have done a lot of creative things.
Yes.
In the business, and like you've been with a lot of different companies and doing creative stuff. So,
Sure.
but the reason I want to have you too because not of course you work with Wintrust, but you have helped so many people over the
I
years. I
appreciate
mean,
that.
you've
I
helped like
appreciate
a
that.
lot of people,
I
and
appreciate
people
that.
got to know that you're in the business a while and you've gone to battle, right,
Right.
for all your people.
Well, let me tell you something creative,
Mhm.
and again, I will plug Wintrust because of the rates. Our rates are much lower than market. We are able to do what I'm going to tell you.
Mhm.
So most buyers, if they're buying a 3 or 4 unit, they aren't able to get down payment assistance. Or
Correct,
grants,
correct.
Okay, but with those type of properties, okay,
Mhm.
if your buyer is willing to take a little higher interest rate,
Mhm.
then we can use lender credits back towards the purchase and of those properties. So you can create your own. Another great example. If you're doing the 203K loans, the repair loans,
Right.
there's no grant program for that anyway.
No,
No.
you guys have a grant.
No, we could do the premium pricing.
Mhm.
So if the rate is 3%, but your buyer is willing to take 3.75, now they have an extra 2% that they could put towards the closing costs or the purchase of that loan.
Okay.
So that's very creative.
That's
and
creative.
you're talking something that might, especially think about it, if you're buying a multi-unit that you're
Mhm.
living and renting out. So now doing that will cost you $100 more in your mortgage. Right? Your tenant is paying it.
Well, that's true.
And
That's
then you're
true.
getting the property with little money out
Little
your
money in pocket.
correct. So
So that's
we-
those are creative
those
stuff.
are creative stuff. Those are things.
Like
that
I
we-
said, I got to plug them. I did love them. I just I lost track
same,
of them.
Same thing with the 203K or any repair loan that never comes with any type of down payment
No, it doesn't.
assistance. You can create it that
So
way.
are we talking about 2%?
So you could price it where the lender has to credit you.
Okay.
That I've done loans where they get 3%. So you're buying a $300,000 or $400,000 multi-unit, you're talking $9,000 to $12,000
in credits.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's and let's add this because this market is so competitive
Mhm.
and sellers are not giving closing costs. So now you are able to structure that loan where when you put in the offer, you're more competitive because you're not asking for closing costs.
Right.
We're going to do it at the lender stage where we will cover the closing costs. Yeah. See?
Okay.
See?
So what? Quick question. Was Wintrust a part of the Smart Buy program or no?
Yes.
But I understand the money's out.
The money is. Yeah, the money ready.
But I understand the money's out. But you were part of that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, there's that much programs we don't have.
Okay. I just wanted to
Yeah.
kind of throw that in.
Yeah.
You know.
The only program that I spoke with somebody yesterday that I was kind of surprised we didn't have is the bank statement program. You know, somebody that's self-employed. But we have
Yeah.
other programs for self-employed people.
Now I'm going to ask you a question because
Yeah.
this is related to just clients I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I had a client who was laid off
Mm-hmm.
from COVID, and literally just went back to work a couple weeks ago. Back to the same job. of
Same
course.
job, right?
Same job. How would
They look so it depends how long they were on the job before.
Oh yeah, they've been like 15 years or whatever.
Just like COVID never happened. We pick up from where. they
No
left
kidding.
off. Yeah, they're going. I mean, they're going to take into account that effect when they.
Right, COVID happened.
Yeah, but and especially if it's the same job, they're back.
Oh really? All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
You see why I bring
It's all about
listen,
common sense, man.
Yeah.
Struggle.
and that's why we always bring you people on a social talk that gonna bring you great information. And of course, as the Mill Social Talk continues, we will always bring you people with really good information because this will affect a lot of people.
Actually, I appreciate it when you mentioned the credit because the premium pricing is huge. We got a lot of young people that want to become landlords, entrepreneurs, but they can't come up with the money for those types of properties. And so you have created a lot of 30-year-olds, 26-year-olds.
There is because
they are landlords because of that creativity in the premium pricing.
That's good. I mean, for literally for COVID, this is I'm glad for education right here because I didn't know that they would take right off of where you at.
Yeah.
I mean that didn't came.
I mean because COVID is not unique to that person.
Right. Yeah. It's the world.
Worldwide, yeah.
So I didn't realize it was going to take off.
So
that's a really. Listen, that's a really good thing to promote because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I think if I had known that, I would have mentioned that already. That you can, if you're going through cold. No, the question is.
No, I gotta let me give you some. I forgot what I wanted to say. Let me put a framework.
I was going to ask about a framework
on it.
Yeah.
It really applies to salaried people.
Okay.
If you were salaried $50,000 a year, got laid off for a year, now you're back making $50,000 salary, we're good.
Okay.
If you prior to that were you work 40 hours 1 week, you work 32 the next week, 36.
No,
then they're going to average hours. They're going to average it out.
Now, is this program unique to
so with COVID they average it out.
No, but is this program unique to Wintrust?
No. The other lenders that I was
okay.
with, they pretty much.
And this will be a new thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're just kind of.
Yeah. Here is what every lender is different. Some lenders are more conservative than others, so the way they average it, like they might not take your overtime or some nonsense that because of COVID, which I don't always agree with. A more aggressive lender will include it,
But the question is, all right. So I just want to harp on this a little bit more because I think we will find this a little bit more as it comes as people are going back to work and want to go back to work. I think we'll find this a little bit more. And I was talking to a lady came in the office yesterday, and I'm like, that's something that would probably be right up her alley of June 2019. Yeah, I have a couple of clients in mind.
Okay.
I
like you. I was gonna say, I like you.
I'm thinking who this can affect.
Yeah.
So my question is, how long does that particular person has to be back to work in order to qualify?
I want to say a month.
Good.
Yeah, a month. Could they just continue from where they left off?
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to be back in a month. Okay. Yeah. That's good to know. That's
They would still have to have had 2 years on the job.
Yeah, I mean prior to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But to be honest, I'm going to say I haven't really done a lot of this. I haven't run into a lot of clients that came off of COVID, went back. But I know, I have had clients in my mind that say, because we've talked about it.
Yeah,
but this applies to them, but I didn't realize.
Yeah, I had a client that started a company, I believe, December of 2020. Was it December? but or was it October 2019? Let's go October. It was like October 2019, and I believe he got laid off for COVID February, and then he just came back June.
Okay.
That's like over a year. So we are using his income, but see, in his case, he worked different hours, but we're just averaging
now.
income. Where we're just using his base. So in that case, he wasn't with the company for a long time for us to get a good feel of what is. Now he's back. Like a lot of people are back for COVID. They're doing a ton of overtime, or they're back strong, but we can't use it because there's not enough time. Enough working time. Right? He's been with the company almost 2 years, but he's actually worked like 6 months.
You know, Aubrey, I think we're gonna have to bring you back because there's a lot of stuff that I need to know about what's going on in your industry and all the different programs. Now, again, this is the
much more knowledgeable because I'm gonna be there.
Right. But I think I like what I'm hearing from you. So, and so if someone want to get a hold of you, how can they connect?
Well, I'm pretty much a phone person. My number is 708-439-3632. That's 708-439-3632. But if you want to email me, it is ALOCKE@wintrustmortgage.com. So A-Locke at wintrustmortgage.com.
So this is some interesting talk because for some of you guys who are coming off of COVID and going back, yes, maybe you wanted to buy a home right before, and Aubrey will be able to take care of you guys and help you guys to move from one, from a rental to actually a person. Sure. So again, guys, this is the Mill Social Talk. We really appreciate you guys listening. Please share, subscribe, tell a friend, and if there's and if you want to know more about Aubrey, please go to our website millsreal.com. Let us know. We always say if you want to know something, let us know about it. We'll bring in the people so that you can hear about it as long as you continue to listen and let us know what you want to hear. Thanks again for listening. Again, this is the Mills Social Talk, and again, Leroy VML Mills Realty designated broker. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Mills Social Talks podcast. Remember to follow this podcast on whatever platform you desire. Episodes are released weekly, and if you enjoyed participating, please follow us at The Mills Social at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. For all real estate inquiries, visit millsreal.com. Find your forever home with Mills Realty.